Hey, so before the video starts, I wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been supporting us on Patreon so far. We just surpassed the $200 a month goal, which is absolutely fucking unreal, and I honestly cannot say thank you enough. So for those of you who are supporting us on Patreon, we're actually going to be releasing a special patron-only demo that's going to show a lot more of the story and the characters than the demo that is going to be released to the general public. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. We're almost done, but yeah, on to the rest of the video. Good evening, I'm the Friendly Senpai, and today we're going to be talking about updates, because there are so many updates to make that it needs its own video. We're not doing like a bunch of different vlogs because I haven't been vlogging because I've been fucking busy. So we're just gonna get it all out of the way. If you do not follow the Studio Senpai social media, so player.me, Twitter, Facebook, or if you follow any of my social media, basically we have made a shit ton of progress for Daddy Lies. We have completed half of the OST, which is all of the music we wanted to have made before we launched the Kickstarter. We've finished all of the sprites that we intended to finish before the Kickstarter, so all of those are done and out of the way, which means we can start making the demo. Actually, no, we're waiting on one background, because my background artist just, like, vanished. I was going through my emails, and I realized that I have not heard from her since July. And I sent a few emails over the course of a few months to see, what are you doing? But I never heard back from her, so I got a new background artist, and she is working on the background right now for Finn's living room, and that's the last background we need so we can make the demo. So once that's completed, then we'll start. But essentially what that means is we are currently working on CGs, and this is why I said if you don't follow the Studio Senpai social media, then you haven't seen this yet, but we've gotten sketches for 5 CGs already. Our character artist is going to be working on the line work soon, and then it's coloring, and then those 5 CGs are going to be in the trailer. And the trailer is like the last step before we launch the Kickstarter, and I am like, I don't know what to think, because this is like a major milestone for us. I mean, the game itself has reached, oh my god, like 140,000, 160,000 words, which I'm beginning to realize that the word count for a visual novel with one route but multiple endings, that's a little excessive. But, you know, I try to cut things out, and then it just doesn't feel right, it feels too rushed, so it's just gonna be a long-ass game, and everyone's gonna have to deal with it. My aesthetic is like hipster news anchor right now. But yeah, we have gotten so much done. It's honestly unreal. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And that's really, I do want to take a moment to kind of like thank the people who've been supporting us on Patreon, because if it wasn't for them, we would have never ever been able to make this much progress in this amount of time. It's literally only because of Patreon that I've been able to update the game and commission like the composers and commission different artists to, like, you know, make shit happen. There is going to be another video regarding Patreon tiers and Kickstarter tiers, because they're going to be a little different, just because, you know, there's a little more incentive to support us monthly rather than just supporting us once. But yeah, I'm gonna make that a separate video because there's gonna be a lot to talk about. What was I saying? Right. Progress. Okay, so we have a total of Finn, Kaloa, Ava, Finn's brother, what is his name? Parker, Emily, Rianne, and Marina. We have 7 sprite sets already. And granted, Finn, Kaloa, and Ava were the big sprite sets. I think they each have something ridiculous, like 160 different sprites based off of like their outfits and their expressions, and there's one sprite for Kaloa and Finn where they're holding Ava, so that was a lot of extra variants that, in hindsight, that was a little excessive. So the other sprites are a little smaller. They're a lot smaller. If you are a patron, then you have already seen them, you already know what I'm talking about. If you're not, non-main character sprites really only got, I think, like 6 or 7 variations. Outside of that, we've got a shit ton of backgrounds made, 9 locations in total, and there are 3 variants for every location, so math, you do it. Yeah, we have, I believe, 6 songs for the OST already, which again is available on Patreon. And yeah, the CGs, man. Super fucking excited about the CGs. Really though, that is about it for game updates. That's why I haven't really been uploading as frequently as I would like. I took on a writing commission to make a few extra bucks. I also took a part-time job at Starbucks where I'm working, I think, like 30 hours a week, and then there was, you know, working on my own game. So that's the writing and working with all the different artists. Also, Final Fantasy 15 Comrades came out, and that has been eating up a lot of time. But I am working on a review for Naked Butlers, which just came out. It's also known as Hataka Shitsuji. Ugh. I'm really nervous too, because it's like, okay, we're talking about the Kickstarter, and then we start the Kickstarter, and like if the game doesn't get funded, my heart's gonna break. It's literally going to shatter into a million zillion different pieces, and I'm gonna die. So, I'm gonna go.